the best place to start witnessing was at home. Not anywhere, but in the place where they were being looked for. Remember that Peter was the one who denied Jesus in Jerusalem. Remember that the apostles, the disciples, ran away. They deserted Jesus in Jerusalem. And Jesus was calling them to the place where they never wanted to be to start preaching the gospel. But why Judea? Jerusalem is actually inside Judea. This was a bit easy. It was a region. This was kind of like, okay, you move from your home, you go to other places that is related a bit to the local setting. But why Samaria? Now, you know the story of the Samaritans, do you? Right? Yeah? So Samaria was kind of before now. When I mean before now, I mean when Jesus is speaking, was before now a place where the other brothers of the Israelites would stay. But at some point, the Assyrians came and sacked the whole region, took people, now brought Gentiles and deported them to Samaria. And so, after the exile, Samaritans were seen as kind of, lower people, people who God had deserted, people who did not matter, people who actually have no right to call upon God. This is the reason why when Jesus was at the well, talking with this woman, and she was like saying, but this well was built by our father Abraham, and this is an important thing, and Jesus was just trying to help her to understand. And she was like, but we need to go to the temple. And Jesus was like, do you really need to go to the temple? So Samaria was not necessary. In fact, the reason why Jesus gave the parable of the Good Samaritan to just show how people would consider Samaritan as a bad, not called a Gentile, was to show that even the Samaritans were children of God. And so, it was, if people needed to go to Jericho, Samaria is just between, Jericho and Judea or Jerusalem. If somebody needed to go to Jericho and need to pass through Samaria, they would refuse to pass through Samaria and go around it. That was how bad they considered Samaria and the people who lived in Samaria. And so these Jewish men were called to go and take the gospel to where? To Samaria, the place where they were not actually expected to go. The place that was forgotten,